Hi everyone, so this video is the second part to naming all the families in Chapter 7. So you'll see in the other video I talked about carboxylic acids, esters, and anhydrides. And in this section I'm going to finish up with the acid halides and the carboxylate salts. So first let's talk about the acid halides. Okay. So these ones are a little bit different in the sense that they do have a carbonyl group, but what's going to be bound on the other side of this carbon here is a halogen. So here I'm going to put bromine, but the ones that you'll see most of the time would be iodine, bromine, like it's written here, chlorine, and then I can't think of the other one right now. But yeah, so those are going to be your big ones. And with this, you'll notice we just have that halogen. So there's no oxygen attached, or there's nothing else really that we need to put on. So remember, we got to have that C double bond O and that bromine. Well, bromine in this case, but it could be any halogen really. So when you want to name these, the unique thing about naming is the acid halides have oil. So whenever you're naming it, this is when you talk about the number of carbons in your chain. So this one would be called propanoil, and that oil is going to tell us that we have an acid halide. And then we're going to end this name with telling us what kind of halogen we have here. So this one, since this one's bromine, I'm going to close this name by saying bromide. So that IDE, we use that whenever we're putting an element at the end of a name, and that IDE is just kind of the way we do that. So we close it out with a good name. So the name for this acid halide would be propanoil bromide. So that's how you're going to go about naming all of those acid halides. And then the only thing that'll really change would be your number of carbons in the chain, and then what halogen you have here. Okay, so that's those. And then our other one we have to talk about is the carboxylate salts. And I think we talked about the carboxylate salts in the basic hydrolysis recording, but we're going to go ahead and mention how to name them now. So let's say we have this one here. So with all carboxylate salts, what you're looking for is you're looking for this C double bond O oxygen. Okay, so kind of like it's an ester. But on the other side of that oxygen, instead of an R group like you would see with an oxygen, excuse me, not an oxygen, with an ester, you're looking for some sort of metal. So like Na, lithium would be another one, potassium would be another one, something like that. So that's what you're looking for. So really this O and then a metal right next to it, that's going to tell you you have a carboxylate salt, because we're looking for those plus minus charges. Okay. So when you name this one's different from the acid halide because you want to mention your metal first. So I'm going to go ahead and write sodium first thing. Okay, so I got that. And then the rest of it, the good news is you can name the rest like an ester. So with this one, I'm just going to close out with propanoate. So remember that O8 ending for the esters. So the only thing you're changing with these carboxylate salts is you're going to put whatever metal you have first, and then your portion that would be like an ester. Okay guys, I think that's it on families for Chapter 7. I hope this was helpful, and you can always refer to my other videos for more help on this chapter, or you can come to my SI sessions.